Maji. Huku kampeni zikiendelea, kundi moja katika kaunti ya Nyeri ambalo linajiita Team Adonai linaendeleza kampeni za kuwarai wapiga kura kujitokeza na kumpigia kura Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Wanaongozwa na Ephantus Thiku ambaye amesema kwamba anatumia hela zake binafsi kumfanyia Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kampeni. Leo hii wamefanya kampeni katika barabara za Nyeri na kuwashinikiza watu wajitokeze kwa wingi. Katika uchaguzi wa tarehe 8 Agosti, waliojitokeza kupiga kura walikuwa ni 96%.
Tumeenda nyumba kwa nyumba na tumepata watu 3,100 wale ambao hawakushaguana, na tumejua sababu ni kwa nini. Sasa leo hii tumefungua kutembea na mguu katika kaunti, na tuende hapa, tukitoka tutaenda mpaka Karatina. Tunatembea mguu vile tulivyo hapa mpaka tuhakikishe tumehimiza wenzetu katika kaunti ya Nyeri ya kwamba kaunti ya Nyeri ama Mfalme Uhuru Kenyatta uongozi wake ni wa haki na ni kweli.
Mtazamaji, tukisalia katika kaunti ya Nyeri, kampuni ya maji ya Nyeri Water and Sewerage Company imechaguliwa kuwa kampuni bora zaidi ya maji nchini Kenya. Hii ni kwa mujibu wa waziri wa maji Eugene Wamalwa ambaye alizuru kampuni ya Nyewasco kuwapongeza kwa kazi nzuri walioifanya. Hata hivyo, ameelezea kwamba usambazaji wa maji nchini upo katika kiwango cha 60%, kumaanisha kwamba 40% ya Wakenya hawana maji.
40% ya Wakenya hawana namna ya kupata maji. Hii ni baada ya waziri wa maji Eugene Wamalwa kutangaza kuwa usambazaji wa maji nchini upo katika kiwango cha 60%. Aliyasema haya wakati wa kuzuru kampuni ya maji ya Nyewasco, Nyeri Water and Sewerage Company, ambayo kwa miaka 8 sasa imeongoza kwenye orodha ya kampuni bora zaidi za maji nchini Kenya.
I'm very proud to be here to join the good people of Nyeri to celebrate Nyewasco 20 years of very distinguished service to Kenyans in the water sector, and for maintaining the record of being the best water service provider in the Republic of Kenya.
Well, Nyeri is very proud today. We're really proud because we're coming to celebrate a best performer, best in class, a case study on how to do water service management in a country. Nyewasco has held its position 8 years running now, and we're going to continue to do this. I celebrate the team.
I also must congratulate Nyewasco. I'm also a satisfied customer of Nyewasco's in my Nyeri home. My parents very, very satisfied. In fact, I passed by there and they're really happy that we are celebrating 20 years. I want to say congratulations, and we will stay ahead. Nyeri, we lead, others follow. So we intend to continue leading as far as Nyewasco is concerned.
Ukosefu wa maji ni jambo adimu Nyeri kwa kuwa mifereji kwa kawaida huwa haikauki sana. Ili anasema ni jambo la kuigwa na makampuni mengine ya maji. Ni jambo la busara kuhifadhi chemichemi za maji, hasa wakati huu ambapo hali ya anga inaonekana kuandamwa na mabadiliko yajulikanayo kwa Kiingereza kama climate change.
This is really the champion that other counties and other water companies should benchmark with. And I did say this in Bungoma recently when we had the water companies sports. And we told them, go to Nyeri, find out how or why Nyeri is doing so well. But still, even as we celebrate, we realize that we still do not have enough water. Nationally, our water coverage is at about 60%, meaning there are Kenyans who are still not getting enough water.
Nyeri kwa mfano ina chemichemi 2 za maji, Abadia na Mlima Kenya, kati ya chemichemi 5 kuu nchini Kenya. Zingine ni Mau, Cherangani na Mlima Elgon.
We have several dams that we are constructing here, like the Narumoru and Karimenu. We're starting with those 2, but we intend to do about 8 others. So I'm here to assure His Excellency, the Governor and the people of Nyeri, the national government will continue investing in water and irrigation infrastructure to increase access to water for all Kenyans.
Uhifadhi wa maji kupitia ujenzi wa madimbwi ni jambo linalostahili kutiliwa mkazo. KTN Mbiu.
Serikali, viongozi wa dini sawa na mashirika ya jamii mjini Naivasha sasa wameanzisha kampeni maalum ambayo inanuia kudumisha amani mjini humo. Siku chache kabla ya uchaguzi wa mwezi ujao, shirika hilo la jamii thabiti limesema kwamba linalenga mitaa ya mabanda ambayo imeathirika pakubwa wakati wa machafuko ya mwaka 2007-2008 na kwamba shughuli hiyo inanuia kudhibiti ripoti kwenye mitandao ya kijamii kwamba kumekuwa na visa vya vurugu mjini humo. Hali itendeka kwenye maadhimisho ya siku ya amani duniani ya kila tarehe 21 mwezi Septemba.
Unajua heshima sana, karibu sana mzee Mugo.
Kama hivi majuzi kulikuwa na matembezi hapa na pale, demonstration hapa na pale, na tunataka kukashifu wale ambao walitembea wakiambia wengine wafunge maduka. Hiyo sio sheria kamili. Ukifanya lako, wewe tembea barabara, lakini wacha kulazimisha mwingine afanye yale ambayo wewe mwenyewe haitamfaidi. Hata wengine walikuwa wanasema kwamba wengine wanatolewa kwa magari, wanaulizwa sijui wewe unatoka wapi, sijui wewe unaenda wapi. Hiyo ni uvumi mtupu. Tunataka tuwe na njia mwafaka ya kufanya kazi pasipo kuzingatia maneno ya uvumi ambayo itaweza kuangamiza maisha yetu.
Tukumbuke kando na uchaguzi tulio nao, tuna mambo muhimu sana katika kalenda nchi hii. Mitihani ya watoto wetu.
Kila mtu ana tarajio ya kufanya vile kitu anataka. Ningeomba tu wa Kenya wacha tupige kura na amani. Na kama kuna watu walichukua kura kwa nje, wacha wakarudi manyumbani wakapige kura, kwa sababu tulikuwa na haja na watu wapige kura katika mahali walichukulia kura.
Kama vijana tumekuwa mstari wa mbele katika kuhakikisha kwamba tumerecruit vijana wengine ili tuweze kuwa kama network ya peace katika sub county yetu. Na vile vile wakati tunasema watu wako na msafara wote ule ama maandamano, tunataka yakuwe ya amani.
Chama kikuu cha upinzani nchini Tanzania kimebainisha kwamba hakina imani na vyombo vya usalama ambavyo vinachunguza tukio la mwanasheria Tundu Lissu ambaye alijeruhiwa kwa risasi mapema mwezi huu, na badala yake chama kinashinikiza serikali ya Tanzania kutoa hati ya kuruhusu vyombo vya usalama vya kimataifa kuchunguza tukio hilo. Pia chama hicho kimetoa taarifa ya hali ya afya ya mwanasheria huyu ambaye anapokea matibabu katika hospitali ya Nairobi hapa nchini Kenya. Mwanahabari wetu Rajab Hassan ana maelezo zaidi kutoka Dar es Salaam nchini Tanzania.
Ni takribani wiki mbili sasa tangu Tundu Lissu, mwanasheria mkuu wa chama cha Chadema, kujeruhiwa vibaya kwa risasi na watu wasiofahamika. Uongozi wa chama umeridhishwa na huduma na usalama unaotolewa hospitali ya Nairobi anapopatiwa matibabu bwana Tundu Lissu.
Hali ya mheshimiwa Lissu sasa imeimarika. Hofu ya uhai wake kupotea sasa hivi madaktari wanasema haipo tena, labda kwa jambo jingine, lakini sio kwa shambulio lile.
Lakini hadi leo ni kitendawili, ni nani nyuma ya bunduki iliyomjeruhi Tundu Lissu?
Niseme tu, nimesema na narudia, kwa mazingira yalivyo, sisi kama binadamu tuna haki ya kuwa na hisia. Kwa matendo maovu tuliofanywa na serikali hii, hatuwezi kuficha hisia zetu. Kama viongozi, mimi kama kiongozi mkuu wa chama kusema kwamba tunamshuku namba 1 katika mashambuli ya Lissu ni vyombo vya ulinzi na usalama.
Juhudi kadhaa zimekuwa zikifanywa na chama kwa ajili ya Tundu Lissu, kama vile kujitolea damu na kufanya maombi. Rajab Hassan, KTN News, Dar es Salaam.
Na mtazamaji, tukirejea humu nchini, wawakilishi wa muungano wa wauguzi nchini wamesimama kidete kwamba mgomo wa wauguzi utaendelea licha ya msukumo kutoka kwa magavana ambao wameendelea kutoa makataa kwa wauguzi kurejea kazini, la sivyo wafutwe kazi.
That's where they are employed to tend flowers and to sweep and do that kind of work. So they place nurses at Pan B1.
Na mtazamaji, tutuia radhi kwa mkanganyiko hapo wa video, lakini tutaweza kuletea taarifa hiyo katika muda usiokuwa mrefu. Chama cha Jubilee kiliandaa mkutano na wanahabari mapema hii leo kupitia katibu wake Rafael Tuju kuzungumzia masuala ya kampeni na siasa kwa jumla. Hebu tumsikilize.
Good, thank you very much. Let me start by making a few statements and comments, and I'll be able to take a couple of questions. The first thing that I wanted to say is that I think Kenyans should note that tomorrow Germany goes for its general elections. Germany goes for its general elections tomorrow. What is noteworthy is that the highest court in Germany has outlawed the use of electronic voting, and they have also outlawed the electronic transmission of results. Now, Germany, with all its sophistication in technology and ICT, the highest court has outlawed the use of electronic voting and electronic transmission of results. Why? Because they have discovered, and I would urge those of you, especially young people, to do the Google so that you can find out what is it that the highest court of Germany has said. But they have discovered and they have articulated that electronic voting and electronic transmission can be subject to manipulation. Now, I think Kenyans also should recall what we said for several months, that there must be manual backup of the election process. And I think I said it so many times in this room. Yet there is our opponents who, for a considerable amount of time, argued that we must have exclusive use of electronic systems. And they went to court to try and stop anything except electronic system without any backup. Some of the questions that Kenyans should ask themselves today is what happened also to their so-called backup in the clouds, backup in Germany, and backup in Tanzania, and all that big talk. All along, and in all the 47 cases that NASA took to court, the idea was to stop the election from taking place so that we could end up with what they thought would be a constitutional crisis. But as was articulated by many, including the Attorney General yesterday, is that our 2010 Constitution is very clear, and we do not have a constitutional crisis in any way in the coming days. The Constitution states clearly that the term of the president starts when he takes oath of office and ends when there's another oath of office by a person who is elected in accordance with the Constitution, or he continues until such a time. So, unfortunately, the so-called working Constitution people from the NASA side, they misread, or it was read for them and they did not understand it. The truth of the matter is that we're going for elections within the 60 days as provided for in the Constitution, and the Supreme Court ruling has confirmed the same. We are not going for elections because the Supreme Court felt like it within the 60 days. We're going to elections within the 60 days because that is what the Constitution says. So I just wanted to make those comments by way of introduction, and also state that as a party, we associate ourselves fully with the petition which has been articulated by lawyer Kilokumi, because it now emerges that the so-called unserialized, unsigned, and stamped papers, it now emerges that they were actually in the custody of the court, they were actually stamped, they were actually the right forms. So if somebody changed the forms so that what the court relied on for its ruling are falsified documents, then that is criminal and it should be investigated. I think that's all I had to say. I think you have enough and you can ask me your questions. Wow, no questions. Great. Okay, sir.
Let me start with where you started. Germany has put aside...
Not put aside, outlawed.
Outlawed electronic voting and transmission of results. Is there a similar idea from Jubilee, maybe to propose such changes to the law to set aside or bypass electronic transmission of results? Because therein is where you say there was a problem that led to the presidential election petition. Is there such a proposal? Or would Jubilee support such a proposal?
I would not want to speculate on what Parliament would do, because Parliament is an institution of our Constitution. They do have certain rights and certain responsibilities, and we will look at whatever they propose, and they do have the rights to do it.
Let me ask that question again.
Yes, and remember I'm a former journalist, as you ask. Okay. Yes.
The party that you're the Secretary General of
yes.
has a majority in both chambers of Parliament. Your members are on record saying they will use their numbers to effect certain changes in the election laws to cure what they think was the anomaly that led to the presidential election petition.
Yeah. What?
Transmission of results electronically be part of what would be proposed as proposed amendments to the law?
One of the things is that our Parliament has got its parliamentary group. I know that they are meeting next week to deliberate on this. I know, and I think you did hear in the judgment, that the judgment alluding to the fact that it may be necessary to address some of the legislations which need to be addressed to get rid of any ambiguity that has been created by the Supreme Court ruling. And I think the President himself also alluded to that. But I don't want to speculate on the specifics. I think if there are any specifics, let's give time to the instruments of Parliament to come up with that.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, your opponents, after the nullification news, we've had the Jubilee side come out, even they have legal, and their lawyers even on social media try to complain that probably are pushing for this idea of maybe a physical count of the ballot papers, maybe which argument was not pushed before the Supreme Court as they were having the case. We've also seen the leadership also claim that, okay, maybe the Supreme Court was pushed for, they would have said, let's go for the fiscal count of the votes. And your opponents are saying that why aren't you also enthusiastic, asking why IBC declined to open the IBC service? I don't know, what's your response to that?
Well, I think one of the fallacies is that IBC refused to open the service. The IBC had no capacity to open those servers. It was not, it is something which they do not have the keys to. It's like saying that because you do have a Google account, therefore you have, you can get access to the Google servers. The people, the company which provided the technology is the company which has got the relevant instruments, essentially, to make those servers available. What I find interesting, and which I think, again, our Supreme Court made an error, and I think they should be ready to be criticized. They are not God. Is that they would want to see what is in the servers, but they will not want to see what is in the ballot boxes. The ballot boxes are there for us. They're still there until today. They should have even have asked for the 290 returning officers if there was any doubt of a form which was filed. The 290 returning officers were within, at maximum, flying period 1 hour to maximum 2 hours from Nairobi, whether they're coming from Mandera or they're coming from Lamu or they're coming from Busia, is a maximum of 2-hour flight to Nairobi. And they should have been able to come and be asked the simple question, is this the form you submitted? And are these the results as you announced them? It would have saved us the 12 billion shillings that this country is going to spend. Because those people are there, the people who are returning officers. That was an important starting point. And I don't think that the Supreme Court needed this to be pushed by the defense or the petitioner. This is something that you'd expect the Supreme Court to do, naturally.
And probably maybe look at it, October 26th, the revised date. We've seen also the question is like it's not comfortable with it. And there are also suggestions that it's President Uhuru Kenyatta's birthday, and maybe next week we might be meeting IBC to agree on some of those areas, because we also have issues with regard to the election. And NASA also has issues. Some of them are touching our senior staff at the IBC and the Secretariat. And how do you intend to reach a truth so that Kenyans go to the election and maybe we don't see the parties trying to divide the country more?
Well, it doesn't matter what concessions are made to NASA, they will not be satisfied. That's fact. In 2007, the former Prime Minister complained about the ECK. The ECK was hounded out of office. The next IBC, led by Mr. Hassan, out of the 9, he appointed 5. And I think that is on public record. He actually admitted, out of the 9, he appointed 5. When he lost the elections in 2013, those ones were handed out as well. So a new IBC was brought into place on the insistence of NASA that IBC must go, and a new IBC came into being because of their campaign in the streets of Nairobi that IBC must go. That concession was made to them. Now again it is this IBC must go. It is infantile. They've never, some of these people are very old, but they've never grown up. Yes.
One more. Is there anything you've addressed to IBC with specific concerns about protocol communication, the allegation of access to IBC servers? What are your specific timelines or issues that you want IBC to address, even as you prepare to meet them, to prepare for the repeat presidential election?
It is a requirement, and it is envisaged that the IBC should be in constant contact with the stakeholders, and that as stakeholders in this, we should be able to verbalize, articulate those areas of concern. But it doesn't matter how many concerns we have. There is a constitutional clock that ticks, and that must be obeyed by all. It doesn't matter whether we agree with the formats or we don't agree with the formats. We may have concern here, concern there, but at the end of the day, this election has to be done within the 60 days as stipulated in the Constitution. So it is not whether we'll be happy to go along because now everything is in place according to the way we want them. It is that elections have to be held. And if NASA is of the opinion that the elections can only be held in accordance with their demands, then they're very, very deluded. They're really delusional. Yes. Great. That's it. Thank you very much. I think it is important that the country and the Kenyans know that the only thing that can help this country is that we are a country of laws, and we are a country that obeys the Constitution. The moment we have a situation in which certain people can demand that it has to be their way or the highway, and we allow that to happen, and all the precedent so far has shown that it doesn't matter how much concessions are made to them, they will not be satisfied. On the Friday before the Tuesday of the election, they were in court. They were in court 47 times. This time also, we literally dragged them by the nose to go to the polls. This time also, they will go to the polls because they don't have a choice. If they had a choice, they would want a nusumukati arrangement, because they have now started talking about a transitional government, which is not provided for in the Constitution. It is what in English language they say, the coin has finally dropped. We said it so many times, but finally, whatever they were scheming for all this time has finally come out. Thank you very much. Good. Thanks a lot. Okay. Sorry guys, it's all.
Na mtazamaji, tupate mapumziko mafupi na kisha nitarejea na taarifa zaidi, usiende mbali.